Hi, I'm Frank. Together with Leah, Raniel, and Mai, welcome you to Christalks, where we give a movie recommendation and talk about topics regarding the Christian life. The topic of the day is spirituality, and the chosen movie is The Passion of the Christ. The Passion of the Christ is a film directed in 2004 by Mel Gibson that depicts the final hours and crucifixion of Jesus Christ. The film is notable for its graphic and brutal portrayal of the events leading up to Jesus' death. We'll go over what spirituality is, its different types, the movie's connection to it, and the actions we can do about it. Now, first, we will define what spirituality is. So, it is a person's own experiences, convictions, and behaviors pertaining to the ultimate or transcendent reality that can all be categorized under the umbrella term of spirituality, which is a multidimensional construct. A sense of connectivity with the universe and other people are frequently included, as well as a search for life's meaning and purpose. At its core, spirituality is a profoundly individualized and subjective experience that can have various connotations and manifestations depending on one's cultural, religious, and personal context.
The basis for the Christian notion of spirituality is the conviction that there is a personal God who longs to have a connection with people. Jesus Christ, the ultimate example of spirituality for Christians, served as the foundation for this relationship. Christians strive to have a closer relationship with God and to live in accordance with His will through prayer, worship, and the study of the Bible. The basis for a meaningful and purposeful life, according to the Christian sense of spirituality, is God's grace and love.
The spirituality of truth is a philosophical and spiritual idea that emphasizes the significance of seeking truth as a means of achieving enlightenment and spiritual growth. It is founded on the idea that truth is more than just a correctness of facts. It is also a transcendent reality that may be understood through instinct, logic, and personal experience. Practices like self-reflection, meditation, and contemplation are frequently used in conjunction with this quest for truth, since they are believed to be crucial for gaining a greater understanding of oneself and the world. According to Ephesians 4:15, instead speaking the truth in love, we will grow to become in every respect the mature body of Him who is the head, that is Christ. A scene which portrays the spirituality of truth is the scene in the Garden of Gethsemane, in which Jesus is praying in the garden, asking God to let the cup of suffering pass from Him. Despite his fear and anguish, Jesus ultimately surrenders to God's will, saying, "Not my will, but yours be done." This scene highlights the importance of submitting to God's plan and trusting in His wisdom, even in the face of hardship.
The spirituality of mercy asserts the value of forgiveness and compassion as crucial elements of spiritual development. It is based on the conviction that God's compassion and forgiveness for humans serve as an example of the divine quality of mercy. A sense of empathy, compassion, and kindness towards others is encouraged by this spirituality, which affirms that all people are equal and deserving of love and respect. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. Colossians chapter 3, verse 12 to 13. A recurring theme in the movie is the spirituality of mercy, which is especially evident in how Jesus interacts with his captors and torturers. Jesus extends forgiveness and compassion to his accusers despite the cruel treatment they give him. He even prays for their forgiveness as he is being crucified.
The fundamental desires and aspirations of humans can only be fully met through meaningful relationships and shared experiences, since we are inherently social creatures. With the understanding that we are all interconnected and interdependent, this spirituality encourages people to develop a sense of belonging and solidarity with others. Rituals of worship, fellowship, and service are frequently used to represent the practice of communion. These activities are regarded as crucial for fostering community ties and for personally encountering the divine. This spirituality of communion is ultimately a call to appreciate the diversity and oneness of the human family and to build a world that reflects its beauty and peace. A scene which portrays the spirituality of communion is the Last Supper, which depicts Jesus and his disciples sharing the Last Supper, during which Jesus tells his followers to remember him whenever they eat bread and drink wine. This scene highlights the importance of the Eucharist as a means of spiritual communion with Christ and his message.
One can start by demonstrating a sincere interest in the opinions and experiences of others, and by listening with empathy and openness in order to promote conversation and share one's understanding of spirituality. It's crucial to develop terminology that respects the diversity of spiritual practices and beliefs while also being inclusive and polite. Another option is to try and provide a welcome environment where people may openly express their ideas and concerns without worrying about being rejected or judged. In order to communicate difficult spiritual ideas in a clear and interesting way, it can also be beneficial to employ stories, metaphors, and other types of artistic expression.
Christian spirituality can be spread through a variety of channels in culture, religion, and among the underprivileged. Evangelism is one strategy, which is sharing the good news of Jesus Christ with others and urging them to have a close personal connection with God. It is possible to accomplish this by public speaking, preaching, or other means of proclamation. Another strategy is through the acts of service and social justice, which entails addressing the needs of the underprivileged and disenfranchised while working to improve society. This can be accomplished by programs like those that fight poverty, provide healthcare, and promote education. Christian spirituality can also be communicated through interfaith dialogue, which is having a courteous, fruitful discussions with people of different faiths in order to find points of agreement and advance mutual understanding.